One of the things that it's difficult to understand is that all of you are still working for money. Your money is not working for you. So all of you are still in a situation where you're having to work to pay your bills. Again, some of you less so, some of you more so. What would it feel like if that financial burden were completely off your back? What would it feel like if you truly had passive income? Now, but have you ever actually tried to feel the feeling of having truly passive income where you no longer had to think about money? If you've never had an experience like that, how are you going to emotionally attach yourself to that? That intellectually, none of us are really designed to think in terms of not having to work. We're all defined by having to carry that 800-pound gorilla, right? All of us are pre-designed. Our software dictates that we have to struggle to experience money, right? If I don't struggle, I'm not going to receive money. And that's right. That's the way it's supposed to be. You actually could make it so that you no longer have to struggle to pay your bills to have money coming in. That, for many of us, is a huge chasm of emotion that we don't understand because we've never emotionally experienced it before. Does this make sense just from an intellectual perspective? Write this question down. Am I resisting feeling financially free? Am I resisting what I would feel like if I were financially free? Have I ever sat in my thoughts and meditated on what it would feel like to be completely financially free? To make it so I never had to think about money again, ever. If I ever actually been in that spot where I was going to think about and allow myself to experience those feelings and those emotions? But so here's the interesting thing. People don't, because you can't relate to it. You don't know anybody that lives like that. It's totally foreign because, again, all of us are worker bees in our hearts. That's what we are. And so if you go from being a worker bee all of a sudden to being queen or king bee, that's not something you can emotionally relate to. But you got to start out with the acknowledgement that the omnipresent burden of that 800-pound gorilla called financial obligation is something we're all born with, but it's something we can choose to live with. So the need to earn money and financial burden is something we're all born with. But the choosing to keep that as an omnipresent weight in our lives is something that we do choose.